Hi there, my name is May, and I'm here to talk about something that I know way too much about, shrimp. Dwarf shrimp are notoriously difficult to keep, and definitely are unless you've done a fair amount of research before keeping them. Lots of things can and will kill these little guys. Prevention is definitely key. First, a completely cycled tank is essential. A cycled tank that is sat around for a month or more, accumulating algae and biofilm and stabilizing overall, is even better. Shrimp cannot tolerate any amount of ammonia or nitrite, and nitrates above 20 parts per million will also kill them. It's definitely possible to quickly start up your tank with bottled bacteria or used media, but I personally wouldn't recommend it, especially for more sensitive shrimp. I've tried it both ways, and I've had much more success with aged aquariums that have been able to get over their parameter swinging phase. Second, stability is a must when keeping shrimp. So I just briefly talked about why parameter swings are very, very harmful to shrimp. And another thing to keep in mind is making sure those water parameters don't swing whenever you're doing water changes as well. Water changes once or twice a month of about 10% or less is usually what you're going to want to shoot for. If I'm feeding heavily, I will water change twice a month, and I don't like to do more than 10%. If I'm feeding more lightly with a colony, I will try for just once a month, and again, only 10%. You can also feed less, or you can keep live aquarium plants with your shrimp. Those are both good ways to keep your water changes to a minimum, but that isn't going to take care of everything. You still need to be doing your water changes. Third, avoid aggressive tank mates. Especially if you're trying to breed your shrimp, then it's going to be advisable to keep your shrimp with no tank mates at all, or maybe just a few snails. Even small and very peaceful nanofish do enjoy snacking on shrimplets every once in a while, so just keep that in mind of if you want to keep fish with your shrimp, you're probably not going to get the best population out of your shrimp that you could if you were keeping them on their own. If you do want to keep your shrimp with other fish, the best way to keep them safe is going to be providing lots and lots of hiding spaces, using plants, driftwood, and other decor. Fourth, filtration. When keeping shrimp, sponge filtration is going to be your best bet. If you have to use some sort of powered filtration like a canister or a hang-on back filter, make sure to have a pre-filter with a pores per inch small enough to keep baby shrimp from getting sucked through too easily. Baby shrimp are incredibly tiny and can easily be sucked into power filters. One filter that I particularly like is called a matin filter. I use matin filters in all of my tanks, and it gives even more surface area for the shrimp to graze on, as it will catch food particles as well as growing biofilm and a little bit of algae for them to eat on. Fifth, let's talk a little bit about pests and diseases. Pests and some diseases are frequently seen by shrimp keepers, and you don't have to know about all of them, but it is helpful to know what to look for. Hydra are not necessarily the most dangerous to the adult shrimp, but they are going to sting and eat any baby shrimp that get too close. Planaria are going to be much more dangerous, and they enjoy preying on pregnant females as well as snails. Other parasites like, and I hope I'm pronouncing these right, L. biopsidae, Vorticella, and Scuteria are also occasionally seen. Specifically, shrimp imported from Asia are the most at risk for those parasites specifically. Locally bred shrimp are usually much less likely to carry parasites and diseases in general. Finally, I just want to talk a little bit about where to buy your shrimp. If possible, try to buy locally first. Some people keep shrimp casually and sell some when their tank gets too full, and some other people breed shrimp specifically to sell and spend a lot of time maintaining their color lines and quality overall. Locally bred shrimp are going to more easily acclimate to your tank, and in general, they're going to be a lot healthier. Imported shrimp are more readily available, but can and usually do, specifically in my experience, they usually struggle to acclimate to your new tanks, plus they might bring unwanted parasites and diseases. When purchasing shrimp, look for younger shrimp rather than larger, older shrimp. Younger shrimp are much more adaptable to different water parameters and just different tanks in general than older shrimp. Older shrimp are going to have a much harder time acclimating to your tank. In conclusion, shrimp can seem hard to keep, but in fact, if you have done the research and you have prepared to keep them, they can be very easy to keep and extremely enjoyable. I'm going to be making more in-depth videos on each of these topics since there is a lot to cover and I don't want to make a gigantically long video to try and cover everything all at once. I hope this helped give you more of an idea of what to look into when you are thinking about keeping shrimp in your aquariums. Please go ahead and give this video a like, maybe a comment, and consider subscribing if this kind of content is what you enjoy or what you're looking for. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time. I also make fishy art, and I put it on things like shirts and stickers and mugs. Check out the link in my description to find my Etsy store and maybe find something you like.